Hello everyone, welcome. I have been working yesterday, finished already this another variation for the well that was just creating a bit different for this one. But something simple in the end. I was just trying to do something more complex, but in the end it's just finishing like that. And I was also creating the loads and everything, so it's just working fine for this. What I want to do today is uh, modify the house that I have. One of them that I would like to take a few screenshots, and for that I want to modify the house that I have, and the house is this one. So just put here as reference. So this is the one that I would like to create something more interesting, so the roof is more or less fine, but here for example you see it's more or less just squares, and also here is completely square, and I don't think it's really interesting. And also here for example I need to cover a bit more, but anyway the main thing is just adding more sticks here to support the structure, and also including a few loops here, not to be completely straightforward planes like that. So this is one of the things that I would like to do today, just adding a few here. Maybe if I have time, I don't know, because I will be for 2 hours as usual. If I have time, I would like to create here like a tab, just wooden part for having here on the well, and I could have like one with them and one without this, and being like being active or inactive, for example, things like this could be. So I can have like because this one is interactive, so you can just take water from this one, and I could just put them like being interactive and some of them not being interactive, just put in this tab, so it's like closed. The well is not working. So for that I have already here open Blender. One thing that I need to do is this start display, and what I'm doing is just adding more stick like that, having the structure that I have already. So it's just adding a few more and adding loops for the ones that I have. Probably I need also to recreate completely the UV for all the wooden part, so that's fine. So first thing is creating a few sticks, and then face just to move. I'm not sure. I will just try to merge with them like this, and then duplicate. This is completely different from the original structure, so we can just create only the new ones, and after that we can just merge both of them. So the first thing is maybe just matching this. My walls are, well, I cannot see where the walls are. But I think the structure by default is quite bad. I mean, the one that I was creating was pretty bad, so it's hard to have, for example, here the walls are really thick, huge, so having things like this should be matching both of them. And the rest of the houses that I have been creating have been doing just something smaller, nicer than this one. So yeah, let's start exporting geometry face as one, and then having here on the editor. So what I need to do is the house, which is buildings, houses as one. And I hope it's not really taking a lot of time to import, because it's not so complex. I mean, but the problem is there are a lot of instances for this object already in the level. So yeah, I could even try to hide most of them to see if this is just working better. And I will move this one to the level that's supposed to be. Okay, well, it's just the one that I'm using here. So I don't see where is the one that, oh, it's here. That's the opposite way. Okay, so I will just rotate this 180. It's just for reference, because this is one instant that I'm not planning to keep here, so it's just one space that I have, so I can add this. Alright, we even just delete this, and will be, so I can just hide more levels, more layers from this one, and I will just put here, not having much things to really render. So Bang might come here. So since I will be starting on this layer at the moment. Okay, so from outside, since fine, of course need to be smaller, otherwise it's just taking here. And from inside, you cannot see that because I was just even removing all of them being smaller, so all of them are smaller and you cannot see inside, which I would like to have all of them also inside being matched for that. So I will also reduce a lot of things, like only the house. I hope it's going faster. So this is one of the things I would like to have is also the sticks being inside being shown. So all of them that I have outside, I need also to see being inside. So for that, I will just try to have this the first one, and then I will just reuse this one for all of them. So I'm not sure how big it should be, but the first thing is just reducing this one a bit to match with this, but I hope this also being at the moment is fine being shown, but this one of course we cannot see. Or we can just try to have this one. Okay, we need to export, I think. No, how to save? I have been increasing today also the quality of the bandwidth used for streaming, but in that case my CPU is working pretty hard. There's not a big problem with the internet, but you see, for example, here the CPU is working almost 100%. So I'm not sure if I will just keep this configuration. I will reduce a bit anyway. In the end, YouTube is really reducing everything. So yeah, I don't think it makes a big difference. Maybe during the streaming on Twitch, but I think it's fine because most of the time I'm just, for example, having the editor or having blueprints or Blender, so it's not like a game running at 60 frames per second. So seems to me that yeah, it's a bit too much. And for example, now trying to import is taking really long because it's just frozen. Like it takes really long because the computer is too busy. Okay, finally. So right, this is more or less that's fine. For some reason it's not enough here. Yeah, because I need to have this. So we can use this one as reference, so that's enough to be inside, and you see them inside. So taking this one as reference, I will just try to modify the rest of them, but first probably I will just create this. Well, I need to modify this. I will just select this one and hide everything. Right. So using this one as reference, we see how big are the walls that need to be a bit less. Oops, and okay. This one needs to be smaller. But I'm just afraid it is too much. Well, first thing is just finding the right position for the main sticks, and then I will just create the new ones that I'm creating adding this time. It takes really long. I don't know how long, like 30-40 seconds every time that I try to import. Even more. Okay, finally. I can just check here how long it takes, and I say 35 seconds. Yeah, it's really a lot for just importing. So this stick is also visible inside, and we can even reduce a bit because it's maybe too much. In that case, this is already too much. So this is a good reference for all of them that need to be increasing, just being shown in both ways. So as you see, this is really thick, the wall. But anyway, I will just keep this one, otherwise I need to redo all the houses and then finding all the furniture inside. So I will just keep as it is and just reduce a bit from this. So in that case, this is the one that I need to reduce a bit. I think just matching like this, and I can do the same with the rest of them. So for example, this one will be a bit bigger to avoid also this setup fighting, but keeping that is working here. So this one is already visible from inside and outside. I will just duplicate this. And then rotate on X, maybe 90, or I feel less, and then try to match here. So rotate again, and we can create something also on the top, which will be more or less the same. So Control D. Is it just moving? No. Okay, now it is. And then rotate 108. Overall is matching, but I don't like. So I will just do maybe the same, or I don't know which one should be nicer. Well, in that case we have also the sticks here, so maybe that's fine. So during the time that this one is importing, re-importing, I will just keep working here. We need to do the same for this side, which is the same. I will add loops later, so in that case we have more variation on it. And for example, in that case it's a bit big. I see it's a bit bigger, so I can just reduce on E. Something like that, and we need to create also here something. I will maybe duplicate this, so this one. Ever played that? Thank you for the follow. welcome. If you are still this is hosting, thank you. If you are still later streaming, I will just pass you also because I was interested in doing that. So thank you very much. So for people coming here, the new people, I can just explain a bit about the project I'm doing. Which is I was just working in a small model right now to improve them, but I will just show all of them. Hold on, just loading. So this is the one that I'm using just for testing right now. This is a medieval RPG without combat, but you have all of them like missions, side missions, and anything like that. You have small town here with the market, charts, and everything that you have also in the typical games or typical medieval times. So the idea is kind of simulator living in medieval times. You need, for example, to work on farms. You have dialogues to meet with all the NPC that you have, and you need things doing like going to the church. Thank you very much. Thank you, really. I was just thinking to host yours, but I'm just streaming now. I think I can already. Let me. This is yours, I think. Should be already on the automatic host. So thank you. Yeah, interesting. Well, I'm not artist, I'm a programmer, so most of the time I have the same problem as you say, like people's coming here and complaining about my art or thinking that is the best that I can do, or for example coding, but that's fine, I'm not listening people. So you have also here all the farms you can work there, all the houses you can go inside, and you have all the furniture, you have interactive doors and walls, you have also for example here the bed, well not this one, let's go to another house. You have here the bed or storage. Oh, thank you for the follow, welcome. I can just show you a bit if you have been here for the first time maybe. Not sure, I was just watching a few times yours. So let me play. By the way, I'm using a laptop, so that's the reason that my frame is running at 15 only, and also I'm doing at the same time the streaming, so for me it works really slow, but it's not a real performance for the game. So for example, you can go for houses, things like that. You can just interact with windows, or for example here another window, storage you have also. So this one is empty, but I can just put a few things here. So in that case we'll be already with things in the bowl. You have here for sitting, you have the sleep, the bed for sleeping. Namenware knows, thank you also for the follow, welcome. So you have few things like that you can interact with them, and you have places where to sit, thank you. Another storage for example here, or you can just sit and you can also work on farms. So just for example here planting. This is my well, there are a few things for debug because the editor, but you have things here like religion, hungry, and tiredness, and you have your hands. In that case I have plenty of things because it's just the editor for testing, but usually you have your hands you can use here, or just put for example this bucket, and I can put here like seeds, and then I can plant for that. So just freeform planting here, and after that you see just planting small one, and then working on it you see that time is passing, so the time in game is passing as real time, so 1 minute is 1 minute in real life, but during some events or things that you are doing you can just speed up the time. For example here I will be just sitting and resting, you know, I will be here and resting, the time is passing faster, you know, the time is passing, you see for example the clouds, or you will see now the sun, or just check the shadows here, so the time is passing faster, and you can just rest here. I have found a small bug at the moment. So time is passing faster when you for example are farming, working, sitting, sleeping, things like that. Time is passing faster, otherwise you are just working or just playing like a real time, so you have 24 hours playing, and I can just speed that things for just for testing, so I can just move something faster. You have for example the bell at this time, and for example let's say this is the time for you now playing, so you play at this time, And you can play also day and night and things like that. So it's just playing. You have here NPCs, so you have dialogues with them. This is your player, but you can just have another one, so that's fine. Let's change the time of the day. I was just showing you how it is passing for the whole day. And you have also the market. You can eat also. Hola Juan, bienvenido. Aquí sigo trabajando duramente, dándolo todo. So this is your player. And you have also the market here, where you can just buy and sell items and earning money. In that case, it's saying I have plenty of things. But you have a few markets here where you can go. And any building you can go inside. For example, we can go to the church inside, which is not completely finished because I'm still missing a few paintings and things like that. But you have your places here where you can just sit, and then your religion is just increasing. But you can go also to some crosses that you have all around the map. Hace tiempo que no te veía por aquí, Juan. And you can also pray, so in that case that's the same, that time is passing faster and then religion is also increasing. So you have a few things like that you can do. You can take water, or you can find even resource on the forest. So let's try to find something on the forest. That's just kind of earning some resource, I think here, for example, yeah. So you can just pick up, for example, stone or wood for that. And you can go to any building that you see, even for example the church, you can go to tower. I have been working for almost a year already, well, let's say 1 year, but the first time I was just learning also the engine, because I was just coming from the first game I was doing on CryEngine, so this is the second one. And I was also learning the engine at the same time, so not completely new about games, or for example knowing about the loads, how to do textures or things like that, modeling, but yeah, I was just spending a few time on just learning the engine, how to do things, where the menus are, and still learning a lot of things. There are many things that I don't know yet, but everything that you see, I was just creating everything that you see in the game. I mean, all the vegetation, rocks, all the shaders for water, all the buildings, everything. I was just modeling the flowers, everything I was just doing. Ah, estupendo, muy bien, bienvenido. Habrá aquí algunas cosas que no habrás visto, pero sí. So I'm not just was creating a new area, so most of the time I was just creating this small area with most of the things that you have, like this for example is a water mill. Of course you can just go inside and you see all the things working, and this also playing or moving during the gameplay. You have also the bakehouse, because you have also crafting, things like that. You can just produce items, or just taking, for example, making bread, flour, things like that. And I was just creating more area for this small town. The idea is you are just playing, following story, and then going to this town, and then going to another town, and then moving to the castle and things like that. So you need to kind of follow a story, and you have a few places where you play. So mainly the first thing that I'm doing is the first town, and I try to have here everything that should be, like for example farm, the church, the market, water mill, bakehouse, and also this new area that I was just creating here, which is the manor house. This is not completely finished, but this is the manor house, where you have, for example, the manor house here, the stable for horses and cows. You can go inside all of them. So as you can understand, the game is not completely finished, so there are few buildings that are completely empty. And also the manor house, you can go there. You have also like second floor, you have chimneys and things like that. So everything that you see, you can go inside. And I was also creating for this week new things, like the communal farms here. So you have another area with also gameplay. I was creating also the sawmill here in the forest. So you have here also a few area with a few assets, also not finished, but yeah, working on it. But still missing, for example, the blacksmith or the place for working for stones, things like that. So I was just adding a few trails all around, and I'm planning to increase the map the next week from this area. At the moment, just using this one as limiting the level. So increasing here the map and creating a new town, because this town is almost done. So you have seen there are a few gameplay all around the map. So we're just creating a few NPCs, things like that. So yeah, the idea to progress instead of using combat, because there is no combat, is just with dialogues and talking with them, giving maybe something that they are requesting for mission or side missions. Yeah, so all the dialogues will be the way to go progressing on it. For example, just gathering resources, buying things, and also increasing your skill trees for planting, harvesting, and things like that. So that's the idea, that you don't really need combat. And this is also kind of realistic, as I say. So you are just playing during the day. At the same time, you are just kind of walking, and you need to work, go to the charts and things like that, instead of having spells, magicians, dragons, things like that. So there's nothing about this. This is like real medieval time. This is around 13th century. So I was just checking all the buildings, things, materials that they are using for this time, and trying to be as much realistic as possible. So for example, for this small house, you need to keep all of them, all the structures, just keeping all of them, which is not really nice. I need to change a few things, but I mean, they are not being like a 100 meters square without having even one single column, kind of uh, Dark Souls. So the buildings are small. They are having, for example, for this one that it was just creating here, is like having small room only, and the one fire here in the middle, and then one for storage. And this house, there's nothing more. They don't have more furniture. All of them are wooden parts, because the metal was expensive at this time. Or for example here, like this small one, this is not also a cathedral, because it's just small church in small town, so I'm not expecting to be like cathedral for Gothic cathedral. And most of them are just being the same roofs and things like that. So maybe only the one is the manor house a bit bigger, having, for example, chimney, when any other house they don't have the chimney, you know. So having something better like that. Yeah, so I'm trying to be as much realistic as possible, and doing all the things that you should be doing there. So there is no fantasy or, I don't know, weapons, things like that. So that's the main idea, just progressing with dialogues, following story. Yeah, to have a few mechanics that you can create, and then increasing your skill trees and so on. Yeah, that's the main idea, is just old school medieval RPG with all the mechanics, missions, and everything like that. But yeah, without combat. That's the only thing. So you don't really need combat for progressing on it. That's all. So if you have any question, because you have been here for the first time, or you want to see any other thing, mechanics, or I don't know, question about even about game development, or I don't know, the editor, everything, because as I say, everything that you see I have been doing. So the user interface, the code, the blueprints, all the model, vegetation, level design, lighting, shaders. Well, you know, you are also doing everything alone. So yeah, you know all the parts that you need to manage, for example the animations and things like that. The character, I was just using mix some animations and then fuse to create them, but I was creating them, so I was not downloading or coming from any package from the marketplace. I was creating them, of course using the tool that's fuse, and the rest of them I was just using with a Blender, which is free. And as I say, I'm not really a modeler, so for me Blender is fine. Yeah, Unreal Engine, Blender, Photoshop sometimes, and I was also creating all the textures, icons, and things like that. So if you have any question, or you want to see any other part of the game, what I'm doing right now, trying to do today, is Sebris, buenos días, just increasing a few loops here, and also adding more sticks to have more variation on this house, which is for I think it's 2 squares right now, and not having enough sticks to support all the structure. So I'm just adding a few things like this to this house to have a few more variation, like this one, create something nicer. Porque me acaban de hacer un host, lo que estaba aquí explicando. Pero bueno, ahora mismo aquí no sé, me aparecen 4, no sé cuántos habrá aquí, pero en principio no sé, tampoco está muy bien Twitch cuando pone el número de usuarios, ¿sabes? Está un poco raro. Pone de más o de menos o lo que sea, la verdad. No pone. Y también Juan, como hacía tiempo que no venía, si hay alguna cosa que hayas visto, quieres preguntar o ver, también me lo comentas sin problema. Quiero poner la casa, pero es que no hay sitio. Bueno, aquí tengo una. So what I'm doing right now is just modifying this one to be improving, and I'm just checking where do I have some space to be showing this one and not messing. Well, there is not much space, empty. I think this is the only one that I have, this space. So we can use this one as reference. This one is too much. For some reason they are not symmetric. So that's fine. So I'm just adding a few loops for that. So in the meantime that I'm just importing this, we keep working on re-import here, keep working here. I need also to align those sticks to be the same as this one, so taking this X distance and then taking this face. We'll be aligning to this, and then I'm taking this distance also to keep for this one. Should be just matching them and being shown on both of them, I hope. Okay, so this one could be the front side. I'm just planning to do exactly the same for both of them, but see, only one of them is being shown inside this part, and I'm just modifying this one, so I will see also the sticks here for this. And more or less I will duplicate, because this is kind of symmetric house, so I will just duplicate them, or maybe I will remove some of them just to have a few variations. So mainly what I need to do is just duplicate this. Probably in that case is the same for this face, no, this one and this one. But what I need to do is just being plus, and I hope it's just working. And the same for this, it's just selecting the face, so taking this distance and using here for this, but also plus this one. So should be working also for the another side. Today I have just changed the bandwidth that I'm using for streaming. I hope the quality is a bit better, but the problem is that it's using too much CPU, so probably I will just reduce next time, because right now it's being a bit slow everything for that reason. So my CPU doing nothing is around 60%, and this is a small problem that everything's going really slow. So we need to create also on those sides. So this one should be inside also, that's cool. So we have already one side done, and we need to have the another one. I will just mainly duplicate, so you see also here inside and also this side. And what you need to do is just duplicate this, and I will just change the something to have a few variation for that. So this one I will just duplicate them. I will just use also the cursor to center, and then using the 3D cursor, or no, sorry, what I need to do is, so it's just use the mirror and then apply the mirror. So here will be the mirror, and this is X. Okay, apply. Yes, apply here. So I have all of them, and what I'm doing is just changing something. For example, this one will be in the opposite direction, so just rotate. Rotate on Z 180. So we have, for this side we will have this, just to have a few variation, and I will keep them as it is. So we have one side already. Hola Seno, Oscar. Hello my friend. How are you? Dándolo todo, como dice Sebris, dándolo todo. Working hard. Hardly working. Improving some models for some screenshots that I want to have. And this is the first thing I was doing. First thing what I was creating in the game, so this is really not really nice. And I have been improved a lot, creating new ones. And this one is pretty bad, but I'm just trying to do a bit nicer, and that's all. Something nicer. Just duplicate 90. Yeah, sometimes I need to review all the models, because as I said, I'm not really a modeler, so most of the models are quite bad. But they are working, so it's good to have at least something so I can just keep working, but in the end I need to improve them. I'm not sure how big it is, so that needs to be smaller. So I'm just revisiting a few of them. Let's say revisiting. So let's say this one, and I cannot see being inside. So I will just keep this, which is not, of course, this is not perfect. I think I need to rotate a bit to match with this. Just having one will be just matching everything. Yeah, but this takes time. It's like doing 2 times the same thing. So we have also from the other side, which is a variation. So this one is going this direction and this one is going another direction, just to have something different, because we can do that. And I could also add later a few loops, so I can just move a bit and not being just forward. But at the moment, just keeping this and then rotate, because I'm just working on the side. I don't know which side. I think this. Re-import here. So that's nice, because you don't need really to replace anything. I mean, just re-importing game should be fine, and yeah, and then just replacing all of them when you are restarting the game, or just taking this one. So you can just iterate over models, just keeping the same size, of course. Otherwise, if you are moving, for example, the walls, you need to review all of them for more, maybe furniture that's just matching or not matching. For example, the shelves that they have on the walls. So I'm trying not to take this one, but just move a bit about the main structure that I have already. Should be just working. I think it's too much for that, so I need to reduce this one a lot. Well, a lot, much, like this. And because this is the wall, so at least a bit more than the wall. Should be like this. And which side I'm doing? Okay, another one. That's fine. And then I rotate this to see what I'm doing. So I'm doing this side now, because now, as you see, it's like a square, which is fine. Supposed to be the structure is going fine, but they are not being support for anything. if you check for example this one, you see a lot of sticks that are just supporting the structure, or here for example they're just supporting, but in that case it's just squares and nothing supporting the structure. So that's why I'm just trying to add more of them to be more realistic, and also having nicer models with more things. Or for example adding loops that I didn't add in the past. I don't have any loop here, but if you are checking other models, you can see I was adding loops here, and then just displacement a bit, so moving a bit, and they are not completely straightforward. That's the main idea, but I will do later. So the first thing that I'm doing is just creating everything fine, and then adding loops here to cut down, and also in the structure that I have already. So this one need to be duplicate and then rotate 180, and just moving to be matching here, but it's too big I think. Okay, so let's reduce a bit on X maybe, and then rotate to match this one. I'm not sure which one is the one that I need. Rotate a bit, and when I'm using what I'm using usually is just taking this one, the normal one, and then create a face, move there, be matching properly, delete the face, and saying face. So I'm just keeping this normal, delete the face, and then coming to global again. And let me see who's going this inside, because I think here is being inside. From outside is enough, inside is also fine. So just duplicating will have this, but what I need to do also is to extending this cross here inside. Okay, saving. So in the meantime we can just try to do this. So this is the one that we are extending. Well, in that case, for example, as you see, I don't have those faces because I was removing them. They are not really needed, so I need to create the faces also. Will be here the face. I don't have here a face, I think. If I'm just moving to, yeah, you see you have only 3, so it means you don't have a face here, which I need to create now. And then I also to add seams, otherwise yeah, I was not painting the seams. That's right. And this face is there is a face here which is supposed not to be. Okay, yeah, as you see that the model is much worse than I have any other. So for example here also the face, and I can just take this and create also a face here. So definitely I will need to redo all the UV, but that's fine. Obviously I was just trying to do this. Re-import was busy. So I need to increase those new faces to be matching with the wall, and the wall is paying really don't know. Yeah, I think I would like to have also the wall. I will just separate this one. So this is the model, and in that case I'm just showing everything, and I will select via material. The one that I have is just roof, floor, stone, walls. So select this, and I will just separate by selection, just to have them with the walls. I think it's the walls. Okay, I will just combine later all of them, but just now I can use this one as reference. So when I'm, for example, trying to modify this or this one, this, So when I'm trying to modify this to find where the walls are, should be much easier just having this one just checking, and we can see where the walls are exactly. So I see that they are just going well, but what we need to do is just creating this one, at least the wall. So the one that I was just modifying this time was the structure here, which is this face, and if I can select this, is this face, oh no, this one. So now we have the faces. Initially they are not matching, so I will just align them to the same, and then we need to create something bigger than the face that we have, the wall that we have. So for that I'm just showing, and I see where the wall are. So GE, and this is bigger than the walls. Really not easy to work with them. It's a lot of them, but yeah. And we probably have the same problem here with if we are having this face or not. Yeah, we have. So this is the face, and in case that we are also taking what is this? This, yeah, will be not so easy then to modify this. But anyway, so we have already this one inside, it will be also outside. I know that the window here is really bad. We just created something really strange, so duplicating, and you have few cuts here instead of having something much nicer. The problem was that the wall is so big, so thick, that was not really matching well. So probably I need to redo this whole part completely, but at the moment just adding a few of them here to keep just moving, working. So let's add another one like this. So duplicate, rotate the 180, and I see that they are not matching because they're not symmetric. So I will rotate on theta 180 again, and also I need to reduce on theta to be matching with this a bit. Should be just matching, supposed to be. When I have this side, I can just duplicate here because it's exactly the same for this size. So export, just to see how it's going. As it takes really long, I'll just keep working on it at the moment. So I will do also this one on the button, duplicate, and I have the same problem here, so rotate on theta 180, and should be more or less matching, I think. Yeah, I suppose this one is matching because this one is the same. So yeah, I can imagine that this is matching, and then what I'm doing is just duplicating this one. This is only one. I'm moving to this square. This is not matching a lot, but we just rotate and scale a bit. I can just scale, not E, I think, something like that. I'm not sure, so I will just not do that. That's fine. So should have also this one already. No, it's not matching, need to be a bit on the top, and also I have the same problem here. So this faces here, this one need to be on the top, matching, that's fine, and same problem here. So just moving to the top, matching with the wall. So let's see how's this one going. Yeah, I see here the same problem that I'm just fixing. And inside that's fine, except this one. This has been already, I think, modified. No, I was just modifying only this one. Well, as you see that the wooden part is bad because I need to redo the UV, but that's fine. Let's move. And here I can create something longer like that, for example. This is going faster, and also here I can create something like I have on this area. So this will be faster, nicer. Export, re-import here, and keep working on Blender. So let's create something on this. I will take this at the moment, duplicate, and going here, rotate, and I will use the same method for normal direction. So take this face, and this is more or less matching. We need to rotate this. So global, then taking all the faces here. I'm adjusting a bit to the surface here. Well, in fact, I would like to have complete direction. So let's rotate like that, and then duplicate, going on this, but then rotating also to have this direction for the wooden part. And I need to take this one again, so duplicate here, and then moving to have, for example, like something like this. Take the same normal, and also faces here, so face, moving to match. Maybe to match with this should be maybe rotating a bit, but from outside could be nicer like that. So Alt duplicate, and then move to this area. So global, just to align with this, and then rotate. It would rotate a bit to be matching with the roof. In that case, I can just probably reduce later, easier if just not matching. Giving a bit more. And we have already this size, so we can just duplicate for the another one. So we have this and this. Well, this one should be maybe on this direction. I want to change this. This is the one being here, this one. So I would like to rotate completely like that. That's strange because this one is not matching and was matching already. So okay, let's move this, something like that. It's just deforming a bit, but that's fine because it's not completely being square, and also you cannot see where they are just matching, so that's fine. In fact, I think it needs to be a bit higher. Yes, something like this. This is fine, that's fine. So yes, so that's the structure that we have, and we are missing only this part, and then duplicate for both sides. This one having changed already. So let's duplicate this side, take all of them from this side. So this one. We are missing here one of them, So I will just not select this one, duplicate, and then what I need to do is just moving on the E will be initially the same one but just minus. So all of them are being here, and we are missing because we don't have a window here, we are missing this. So I will just duplicate this and move there just minus on the X axis, but we need to rotate on Z to be matching. Yeah. Well, this way not matching here. What about this? This is also not matching. So we need to select this. Now it's fine. Yeah, it doesn't need to be completely perfect, but at least matching. So just go in there to match with this cross. So we have the same problem here. Let's try to fix this. Take this, take this. Well, here we have only one problem. It's this. So just let me see where it's just matching or not. Okay, and a little bit here. So we have all the structure. We are missing still. Oops. What about this? Why is this one being not matching? I see, because this one is smaller. It's really stupid. So the model is smaller here. So this face is smaller. Jesus. So in case that this is matching, I think it's just broken something. No, it's just the roof. Need to be bigger. So I said that this is the first model I was doing, and I know that this is quite bad. I mean, there are a lot of things that are just being broken or not well done, or things like that they are not matching. So I should really review all of them. So this is the first one trying to fixing. That's why this face was not removed. It's just matching here. So fixing here, this one have been fixed already. We are missing what to do here. I could just extend this one, which is probably the best idea, just extending this to be to the top and then a couple of them. So taking this, and I think this is already a face. Yes, so I will just move this face to be to the top, and I hope it's just matching well, and then I will delete this face. If this is not enough, I will just need to extend also this a bit. I can do that already. Yeah, but the model is quite bad. And same problem here. Take this face. Okay. Trying to match. And then delete the face. And we need to extend this a lot. Okay, matching. And we don't have this on the top, so we need this also being on the top. I didn't duplicate this. Duplicate and then E minus. That's all. So we have also top. What we need to do is just create this one here and this one. So I will just take this, duplicate, and I will move to this part. I think we cannot need even reducing because this one is having a lot of space here. And then duplicate, rotate, and then move to this area, which is more or less matching. Just have some variation, and then also duplicate this, duplicate, and then move into E to the opposite side. So it will be like that. So we have also the structure on the top, on both sides, everything all around. We need to check also if inside we can see all the things, because I think it's not, or they are so too small. So yeah, this one for example we are missing, this one and that one. Also the one that is crossing we don't have, we need to increase a bit, and in that case it's working. And from this side also we have the same problem, so here you need to see this stick and also those. Oye, para ser la época que era siglo XIII está muy bien, ¿no? Una pedazo de casa. Esto de casa rural se hacen de oro. Se harían. And this one also is missing here. Solución habitacional de eso. A ver, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Son 60 metros cuadrados, ¿eh? 6 metros por 10 metros. 60 metros cuadrados. No está mal, ¿eh? No está nada mal. Ahora, si tienen en cuenta que tengan que entrar las vacas también dentro, la cosa ya está más compleja. Trying to move to Unreal, but I think it's doing this autosave. Okay, finally. So we have the things inside. We are missing is the original sticks here that you cannot see inside. I'm checking about this area, for example here. This is matching well. So more or less that's fine, that's okay. All the things that I have been adding, this one I have already added, so I didn't import. Sorry, import. And what we need to do is just increasing the main stick that I was using on the original one to be matching also that you can see inside. So for that what I need to do is this one, for example, you cannot see, or this one also. I will just select the roof, for example here, floor, select height, roof, select height, stone, select height, and stone, select height also. So I have only the structure here. So one of the things that we cannot see is this one and that one, that are not enough. Well, they are not enough because they don't have even. So this one needs to be matching with the walls, I think so. They are already fine, and from this side we should have the same problem. So this one, well, you can see this one already, or maybe not. We'll create something like this. The one that we don't have is this, but this one seems to have a really big problem with the window, but not this one. What's this? Not this one. This is the one that having problems. No, this is already here. Well, this. The problem is I don't have even the face. So we create the face, and then having the face here, I need to increase to be shown inside, and being even bigger than this. Okay, so I see a small problem here with this. Maybe it's not matching well. As you see from inside, which is not possible if I'm not selecting this to hide them. I can just hide the walls and should be just matching them. Well, as you see, one of the problems with those sticks is that they are not having inner faces, and this is also really bad because they are just matching here. I don't know why. So let's create a face and to see what is happening here. It seems to me that the walls are for some reason broken. Something have been broken here on the walls. What is this? Let me see if I can just redo what I was just doing here. Something have been broken for some reason. Okay, now let's continue with this. So this one need to have also a face. So I will create a face here inside, face, and then move to be matching with this one. So this is more than the already than the wall. What we need to do is taking also this one. There is no face here, and need also be matching to be bigger than this. And the same problem here. So this one is also a face, and be matching. If I can see this, yeah, matching with this structure. So you should see this one inside. I will move B to be sure that this is optional, no, the face, to be sure that this one is not matching with another one, to avoid this setup fighting here, and maybe also this. So I need also be moving to be bigger than this, and in that case I need to increase a bit on, well, I will increase only this face. So I'm just doing like that. I'm being sure that I'm not just being out of the roof in the other side. Well, in fact this one is, as you see, even the house is not symmetric at all, so I'm having a lot of kind of problems for that. That needs to be not matching. So export this. Sorry. Rainbow. Let me check the time. Already 1 hour. Yeah, this is problem with those things, that they are kind of quite simple, but it's taking all the time. Really. Well, first thing I see that I have been moving maybe the walls because they are like a bit inside. If just giving me the option, seems to me that the walls are a bit inside. No, that's fine. Or I was just maybe increasing this one. I think I have been increasing this a bit. I need to redo this. And there is setup fighting here for, what is this? There is something here. I see the lines are matching. Maybe have duplicated faces. I will just check later. So from inside now we can see the wall structure here. Yeah, still a few faces that need to be redone. So that's fine. Also this side, and from this one we have already. The only one missing is this, which is just something strange with the window here. I need to redo this, but I mean more or less are already done. And the only one missing is here. I could even add any one and forget about the window. They're not really critical. And from outside you see the wall structure is already done. So yeah, more or less I think this is the only thing that I need to do. I will just create this small one here for the window, and maybe I will create also a few sticks here because the wall is too big and to be empty. So I will just create maybe a couple of them. Like well, I can create one here and then one stick and 2 crossing. So for the window that we have. What is the side of the window? The another one here for the window. Supposed to be that. Oops. This face, as you see, is something strange. Just creating something smaller that you can only see when you have this. So I will just select this. Select this one, which is really really strange here. Okay, and I will hide everything just to keep this one working. So this is something that I need to do, like extending this, and I will hide also this. So as you see, that is really something strange, just to keep this one working. So what we need to do is just extending this one to match with this. I will just do kind of duplicate vertices, and then I can reduce a lot of them later. So this is like extrude, and I will try to align them here. So let's take this X distance and just apply for this, and also apply for this, and then just creating here a face, and I will group later the vertices that I have. So of course there was something strange, but now it's different, so I can just reduce a few of them. And here what I could do is even not having this one matching, so I can just disconnect this one and just keep something more simple. So I will just extend this, and I will take the same distance as this for E. So I will take this. First thing is just aligning them, and then this UV. Okay, so the idea is that this one needs to be a face here, but I'm not sure if I have at this point. Yes, I have. It's really weird. Hello 25 games. I don't remember your name, sorry. If you told me, I don't know. I remember you. I was just talking with your Unity, this Iceland that you have 12,000 keys. So I remember about you, but not your name. You have been here yesterday and you said that you need to leave, which is fine. I think I didn't show you the war game at the time. So this is something strange that I would like just to cut down. So I think I will delete this edge. The edge, and see what is happening. Also the edges here. What I'm just trying to do is just separate this one, which is probably the easiest way, is just selecting this and select by selection, so it's just something that is completely separated. I think it's this, so I can now working on it. Just let me just finish this small thing, and I will just show you all the project without any problem, of course. So I will create a few faces, and this is probably something that is duplicated, but I will remove later. Just doing old model, so I have a few things that are completely broken, and I'm just trying to fix with a few things like that. So okay, recalculating this one. This is really easy thing to have, and also this one is also a face here, and also this one is a face, and then I can just reduce a lot of vertices that I have here. For example, this one, all those edges I can just dissolve, I think. Perfect. And also this one, dissolve the edges, and this one also. Oh, exactly the same that I have on the button. And this one also. I'm afraid that I have a lot of dots that don't really need, well, not a lot, that's fine. And dissolve vertices. Why not? Okay, I will delete them. What's happening? Okay, done. So I think that all of them are not duplicated already. Okay, so let me just show you. I will just keep this one at the moment. So I'm just redoing this house for well, not redoing, but adding more geometry, more variation for that, because since so simple was the first house that I was doing, and this is really simple. So you have here a house, a town with many other things for the medieval area. So you have the market, the church, so all the farms here, also the watermill, bakehouse, and a few more houses. You have all the farms here where you can just work, and this is one of the mechanics that you have. So it's just working, farming, and you can also sleep, rest, and the time is passing faster. You have also the storage, and your main mission is just following story and doing missions and side missions. For progressing, you have farming, or for example, you can find here things. You are just farming things, or here planting, and then farming, and then increase your skill trees, and you are just progressing. Also, having dialogues with the NPCs, you are just progressing on the story. You have everything's interactive here. So you have here dialogues with this guy, for example. And this is the way, like talking with people, you are just progressing on the story. You don't have any combat, you don't have spells, dragons, and things like that. And you have things, for example, like this watermill or the bakehouse, where you can just craft things. So just crafting, for example, new items, or just converting one in another one. For example, flour converting to bread, things like this. And you have also you need to go, for example, for the charge 2 times a day, and you need also to sleep. The game is working 24 hour cycle. So you are playing right now this in the morning, but I can just move in the time just for testing. Moving faster, you see that the time is moving, and the sun should be, what's the sun? Okay, it's moving. So yeah, let's say that this is the time that you are playing, so you can be playing also during the evening, afternoon. So this is like 24 hours the whole game, and you can also play during night. It's supposed to be that during night you are sleeping, and to see if you are too tired or too hungry, you need already to sleep, you cannot work. And you have few things like, for example, taking water for crafting, so you can take water from the well, or you have some places for storage around the map. All the houses you can go inside, first or second floor, all the buildings that you see in the game. And I was just working on this area. So you have also the manor house, you have also communal farms already, you have the sawmill, and I need to create a few more that I'm still missing, like blacksmith, for example, or the abbey for the monks. So I was just creating a few areas that you need to have all the gameplay, and then you are playing in this town initially, but then you are moving to another town that I'm planning to increase the next week. I'm planning to create or start creating the second town already in this area. So at the end of this map, I'm just planning to add here a few area for forest, where you can also, I call it herbs and things like that for crafting. So I'm planning to increase the map here, and continuing with the trail that I have already. So I was just working on this trail to continue with this way to the new area, and then creating a new town there. So the story is just following or just going to different towns to obtain things, or just talking with different NPCs. And this kind of open world, so you can go to any place at any time, there is no limits for them. The only thing is the map will be not really huge, it's just trying to be something small on the story, and also I'm alone, as you know, so yeah, they cannot create really huge maps and populate all of them with gameplay, because it makes no sense for me creating like a 64 kilometers square with forest, and that's all. So everything that you see in the map is more or less having gameplay or being interactive, instead of having really far distance for nothing. So I just try to create, for example, like small trails connecting all the parts of the map. As you see here, for example, this small trail is connecting with another side of the map going to the town. So you can just walk around, go a lot of trails that you have all around the map to go to the main areas that you have the gameplay. That's the main idea. And you have a few mechanics that you can do. So one of the ways is just planting, harvesting and things like that for improving your skills, because the first mission or the first character that you have is a peasant, so you are just serf, just working on farms and talking with people like that, you know. So this is one of the houses that I was just modifying right now. Yeah. and just dialogues, and then just doing mission or side missions to, I don't know, gathering maybe resource or having better tools to improve your skills, things like that. So that's the main idea for the game. So if you have any question after that, or you see any other things, or you want to see any other part, even about the game or just about game development or Unreal Engine. In your case, I know you are using Unity, so most of the technical question maybe makes no sense, but there are a lot of things for any engine, like for example using loads, cool distance, or things like that. So any question is welcome, even about game development, Unreal Engine, or just about this game. So yeah, feel free to ask any question now or at any moment, of course. And also, any of you, if you have any question or want to see any other part of the game, something, just let me know. So I'm just keeping working on a few things, improving. For example, yesterday I was doing this well. Last week I was also creating most of the buildings that you see here. And this one is the old one that I'm just improving in that case. Jesus. Okay, so yeah. Well, this is the one that I have. I will create also here sim. This is the one that I was just creating something strange here, but this is really strange, and I can just reduce this one also. So these are the edges, and just in case I can increase this a bit to be sure that it's just matching. It is of course, but just to avoid this kind of zeta fighting probably. And also here, because I'm just adding this that I have ready, I should see, or for example here, as you see, that it's just trying to match with this. So to avoid this, I will just move a bit. Well, this face needs to be moved to there. I was just trying to match them, so that's why I have this. Okay, I will just keep this one as it is. And for this strange thing, I think I can just remove all the scenes, because it's really easy mess. Just to be sure, I will just check on the UV. I need to combine all of them, but at the moment it's just checking that everything's going well. So for example, also the one that I have been creating here, which is this, just to see if I have some problems with them. No problems at all. And this is the one that also need to be done. So for that, I'm selecting the wooden part only, and I'm wrapping, and I see one of the problem here. Let's see, there's a problem here, and there is also one side here, only one face along, that is also a problem for that. So I will try to find them. Where is this? Okay, this one face for some reason. I don't know, I will just, oops, no, I want to have all this. I'm wrapping, and for some reason it's being here, but it's strange because this face, oh, what is this? This needs to be connected with this, so it's like a one face not connected to this. I will just delete this one, it's something strange. So the face here, and I need to create this one. So first I will align them to be only being aligned, and then create this face, and then selecting this wooden part. What is happening with this? Maybe because it was selected already. No. Maybe we have created this one and the new one exactly. I need to assign to this wooden part. So selecting game and wrapping this area, and let's say we have still this problem with something. I'm just missing a sim, and I'm sure that that's the problem. So let me see where this one is, because I was just increasing or creating, for example, a face, but I didn't have enough. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I know what this one, because I was adding this face here for this stick, and this is not even connected, so I see what the problem is. Okay, this one. Okay, now, so let me just hide the rest and work on it only, and hide also because I don't have any problem with them. So what we need to do is adding just a new seam that I don't have. Well, I have, but this is the one that I'm missing. This one here. Maybe I'm also missing this one on the bottom. I don't have this, so that's fine. Okay, so this one is not having any problem already. I will just so again, and I will try to take this face now. Well, faces. That's the same, but it's having here. So let's say L, Control E, hide everything, and keep this one only. And they are symmetric, so I think I have the same problem with this. Just missing this one here. Unwrapping. Okay. So I will already merge them with the one. So this one I'm just merging, join. Oh well, I need to be both of them. So I'm also missing with this. So joining. Right. What I said is that I have a problem. Let me see also the model. I was thinking that I saying that something here is bigger or should be smaller. This one, for example, and I'm not sure about the other side also. Yeah, definitely because it's as much bigger. No, that's I'm not saying. So I need to reduce this one a bit. And this the faces are here. So this face I can be reduced a bit. That's also nicer. And also this one a bit smaller. That's nice. I don't think that I have any other thing that I should fix. So I will select everything and then remove doubles. Maybe I have something there. 40. Thank you. Perfect. Well, I hope this is not merging, for example, different ones. So let me delete this. I'm selecting only wooden part and then trying to remove doubles. 36. That's fine. It's not. I'm sure that not. Maybe I hope that it's not merging together with, for example, with the walls or things like that. Anyway, so select this and then unwrapping. Yeah, let's say Iceland here. Okay. So what I need to do is just selecting the one that are not going on the direction of the wooden parts and rotate them. As using tileable texture is not a problem, that they are not really matching or not. I mean, I have overlapping on UVs that is not being used on light mask mapping, so just rotate, duplicate all of them, I think. Yes. That's good that, for example, if you are redoing again the unwrapping, it's just remembering the selection that you have. So you have the same one selection here for the UV and one selection for the model, in fact. So I can just work on it, and then when I'm doing the UVs, remembering which one is being rotated or not. So that's good, because I don't need to really select again. So this one, I think I'm not missing any of them, just in case. So rotate this one, for example, here I put just out, there's not a problem. So if I'm redoing, at least I have all of them selected, so I just rotate again, and that's all. So I think that that's the wall model. Re-import. I will check if we are missing something, we have any problem there. If not, otherwise I have still 30 minutes. Maybe we'll try to do like small tab for the wheel, as I say, something smaller. Still importing. Just going really slow, everything. Come on. Did I save this? Yes. Okay, let's review the model. Well, I'm missing those. That's the first thing that I'm missing. Oh, I forgot also the interior, and that's my fault. Yes. I'm not sure if I was just let me see, exporting again. Export. This is not export to select, no. So why, if I have already those models, not re-importing? Do I have any bug? No, there's nothing here. I would like also to add here a few sticks. This is something that I'm missing. Yeah, I want to add here a few sticks and also in the interior. So yeah, let's work on it. And I will do again the UV. As I say, at least all of them are being already selected, so just easier to do that. And for that, what I need to do is just Control E and then hide all of them, so we keep only working on the wooden part. It's just easier. And I want to add here a few sticks, so I will just duplicate this, and I will align more or less something in the middle, or something like that. And here is maybe too much, so I will just only use one just rotating. So I will duplicate also this one. I will do it smaller so we can avoid this setup fighting. Anyway, we need to redimension it for that, so we take like this, rotate. Let me see if this one has been already done. Okay. And let me see also the window, because we have been creating something strange, but well, anyway, the window is maybe hiding this, and also the direction for the wooden part is fine. I was thinking there is setup fighting here. Yes, it is. So for some reason there are maybe duplicate faces here. This is just strange. And I see also this one also being duplicated, and maybe also on the button. So there's something strange here for those faces. I need to review that. Let's finish this and then review the bugs that we have. So we need to extend to this area. I will do as usual the same with the normal direction, so just create here a face. Will be easy to extend. Delete the face, create a face here, extending, and then removing the face. Then global, rotate it, and then we can reuse this one for both sides that we have here. Well, probably we need to reduce the size. Let's rotate. Let's go to the normals again, to here, face, and reduce a bit. And reduce a bit on face. So we can use this one, duplicate, and then moving to the another location, and then rotating here to be matching with this, but in that case it's longer. Okay, so maybe we need to extend again. Yeah, whoops. Probably we need to extend a bit. Normal faces here, face. I'm not sure this is the one for the this interior, but it means it's not matching well with the. Maybe I need to reduce a bit those faces. So I think I need to reduce a bit. I will select them, all of them, and then reduce on which one? On E. So the scale on E should be reducing a bit, and I hope that they are also matching with the walls here. That's perfect. So yeah, and from this side is also fine. Okay, we need to, because I was just creating a new one or just duplicating, I think I need to redo again the UV. Well, let's fix the problem because I need to redo again when I have this. So this is one from the window, I have this one and also those faces. So that's the window. And supposed to be here. For some reason there are maybe duplicated faces or something. It's not. Do we have mirror? Any other thing? No. And also here I have only one face. So I don't know why it's just giving me like it usually happens when you have more than one face. So it's just data fighting between them, trying to paint one or other or each other's unique. And also, for example, here, do I have maybe duplicate house? No. So I really don't know what the problem is. Let's see this again. So you see here, like it's trying to paint two of them, two faces, and also here I have the same problem, but in that case it's being on the top. But look, I was reducing this one, so is it maybe really important, the last one? Really? Because I was fixing this one already. And so select wooden part and then remove doubles. There is nothing to remove. Or do I have nothing? Well, I can maybe show everything and try to remove doubles, and it says 4. So for some reason, I don't know, maybe that was the problem. So from having everything is not here, nothing more, not here. As you see, there are no other faces, so that's strange. That I really don't know what it's just trying to do. Let's export again and be sure that this is just taking the last one. That's important right now. Really slow. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. I have duplicate something. Really don't know. Okay, finally here. So let's see again. Yeah, it says still having something that is kind of duplicated for some reason. That's fine. So yeah, it's taking kind of duplicated faces there. And also this stick is also being duplicated here. So this is really oh, I have also, for example, this one I didn't rotate this. So I see that there's one of them that I need to rotate. And from this side, we have also the same on the another side. So that's something strange with those faces, but not here. And also here on the button, it's exactly the same problem in the same place. So that's really strange. Well, it's only on the top, both of them, so also this side is having the same problem. So I don't see that I have this one, or is it this one, the one having problems? Also not. So really I don't know what's happening here. They're saying like you have more faces, but for some reason I just delete this. You see that there is no face. What's this? No face ready, so I don't know what the problem is. And exactly here, if I'm deleting this face, you see there is nothing, so there's a hole. There is only one single face here. Is something about the normal? It's not. It's not possible to have this one is the normal. Otherwise I cannot see this. So that's really strange for that. Really, I don't know. I don't know what is happening here. Or not this one, not this one, not the walls. And all of them are just proxies, so there's nothing here. Let's try to export only. Oh no, I'm just exporting. I was thinking to exporting only this mess, only this one. In that case, I'm just losing all the material they have. I need to reassign again and things like that. So no, it's not something that I would like to do. But really, it's something strange. So geometry is just face, not selected. This one. Let me see if maybe I'm just trying to reinforce another thing, but I was just using this for model building house 1, and this is model building house 1. Let me see the output if I have any problem with this. Maybe there are some UV that is not being well done, and then it's just giving me any problem, but I don't think so. It's just importing again. Yeah, for the next streaming I think I will reduce the bandwidth I'm using, because maybe the quality is a bit better, but my CPU is working like 70% all the time, which is too much and not giving me much CPU to do my job. So I will just try to reduce this one. That's crazy. It's the same one here, but it's only one face. As you see, it's just this is setup fighting exactly that you have two faces there, but it's just reviewing everything and I don't have those faces really. And I have the same problem here on the other side, I think. So same problem here for some reason. And even this one, which is just the main stick, is having also problems here. It's just really strange. Okay, let's add this house here, which is just the mess. I have the same problem. I can see exactly here the same problem. Okay, what I will do is just delete it. Okay, so that's the face, and this is the one that I have. I will delete this face. I keep this hole here, just for testing. This is really something strange. So it's telling me that I have both faces here. So re-import, and we'll see what is happening. That's really crazy. Oh, I didn't check the output if I have maybe problem with the UV or things like that. I didn't check it. Well, anyway, if it's not just fixing here, or I don't know what's the problem is, I will just leave this one. I have still like 10 minutes for the streaming, so If you want to see any other thing or you have any question about the game. Okay, so as I see, there is something here not working. Well, it says everything is fine, so I don't have any problem here. Convenient to combine good, combine alls. Wait. Do I have? Anyway, okay. So let me see. This one is. What is my face? And now it's not creating a face. Are you serious? Okay. And it seems to me that I need to have this export because I probably have another thing just duplicate. Okay, I think I know what the problem is. Okay. So export FBX. I'm having all the selected objects. And this one, I think that I know what the problem is because I have a few of them for maybe not in groups. So maybe I'm just exporting also another geometry they have like a, even for testing or just as reference or things like that. So that's probably the reason. Okay, I think that that's the problem. Okay, right. Was really strange. So because I have hidden messes on Blender that are not in groups, probably, and I was just exporting everything, so just matching them. Okay, so you can see here there is not any problem with them anymore, and even if this one is smaller, the one that is just matching, and also here there is not any problem. Exactly, so that was the issue. Oops, and what about this side? Is it here or not? Is it here? But you cannot see them, so this is probably smaller than the wall. So it's here but not enough. So this what more? Also on the top. So this one also, and I will move it to the E side. So should be now shown, and then export selected, FBX, export. So I think this is the last issue that we have with this small model. It's doing this auto saving, so I can do nothing, just to move them. Let's go. Okay, so it's just fine re-importing this one. I will just clear log and do this re-importing. Okay, gone. Yeah, there is no problems here, so you don't have any warning or any other thing. So I see that this house is from both sides already done, and I have also the interiors and things like that. That's just the well, and also this one is working. The only one that I'm missing is this one need to be rotated again, and this is the last thing that I'm doing. I mean, I'm just finishing the streaming after fixing this one. So no, select wooden part, yes, unwrapping. So you see that all of them need to be rotating again, so they are selected. One thing, there are some of them of course have been reorganized in different ways. So for example, this one need to be also rotated again to this area, so I will just put here to see easy. And I would like to try to find where is the stick that needs to be keep not rotating, but I think all of them are right here. Just move here anyway, because I want to keep all of them selected on the UV in case I need to rotate again. And this is the final time that I'm doing. If this stick is still there, I will just try to find on the UV directly. Just a second. Takes long. Okay, done. Yeah, this one had been already fixed. So yeah, I can delete this model just for testing. So as you see here, oh, I was just deleting the one that is not the idea, but anyway. So I think that everything has been fixed already in this house. I will just check any other one that I have in the map. So I can check here, for example, this one is fine. If just being inside, for example, this one, as you see, I need to review them because this, for example, this those silvers should be not here, but just moving a bit to be on the walls or just the holes for that, because I don't think that is the good idea being here, for example. So I need to check those small things, and the rest is fine because I didn't move the, for example, this one again. So I think more or less only the shelves that I need to review, and the rest of them are fine. So at least I have a few more variation about the house, something different. I could, instead of doing maybe this one, I could just try to do also this way, but this is just something that is not really much needed. As you see, all of them have been already changed, but I will do the same with other houses, like for example this one that is also too much squares and I need to kind of redo them. So the rest of them are, for example, this one is also a bit different, could be also fine, and this is fine also. They have more details, few things like this, so more or less that's fine. So a few houses are fine, but this one, for example, need to work on it again. The next day I will be working on it, but at the moment this house is already done. I will maybe just check a few things like that, and yeah, and the rest is fine. So what I'm doing already is just doing out of the camera small details like that, just fixing, but that's fine, everything. So I'm just finishing here. If you don't have any question or want to see any other thing, just check all the links that I have with the website, YouTube channel with more broadcasts that I was just doing, all of them, more than 100 videos. And you have also Twitter and the website with more pictures, and Patreon and PayPal if you want to support the project. I will be streaming again in around 5 hours, and I'm streaming all the day at the same time, like now in the morning for me, and afternoon, evening, this is like in 5 hours again. And I will continue maybe with level design or just creating a few more models. So if you want to see more, just follow, put notifications, and you will be notified when I'm being online. So I hope you enjoyed today and like the project that I'm doing, and I hope to see you here the next time. So thank you everyone for coming, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Bye everyone, bye bye.